We're going to find out if it's going down. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Stream is up. Stream is up. Cool. Okie doke. So as far as your week in drumming, how was
You want me to give the update?
how was your week?
Well, first I want to say on this recording, I recorded it. There's sort of an anomaly. There's a little bit of clipping, or maybe a bit of phasing, just a little bit, which is strange because I used the regular setup that we would use to record something.
I used the best microphones and the best recordings.
No, but I didn't move any. I didn't move anything.
Yeah.
So all the microphones are set up around your drums. I'm saying it's a room recording, but it sounds like it's clipping. But what I'm saying is that's strange because there's no way those doo-noons are louder in those microphones than like your cymbals going like.
Oh, so you used
Yeah, I didn't move anything.
Well, hold up, because last time you used that little recording device.
Yeah, but this time I just went downstairs with my laptop and did it from the mixer that's down there.
Okay, nice. So it's supposedly.
Yeah, but there's like clipping or phasing or something, but it doesn't. I don't know why it's doing that.
Maybe did you use the what'd you use as the instrument to hit the bell? Did you use the powerful smoothie straw?
Yeah, that's now like
maybe
bent
that's
over on the edge.
Maybe that's what's clipping everything.
The bell is actually very annoying.
Yeah.
What I meant to do at some point is I need to find what do you call it, a pool noodle?
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to get a black one so you can't see it.
A pool.
Not to hit it with.
I thought
you cut a little piece off and you put it in the bell.
Okay.
So that it dampens the bell and it's not like ping, 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 so loud.
That's hilarious. I thought I passed that off like that was normal. Yeah, I just need like a pool doodle to like.
Have you ever seen it when fighters train, and their trainers hold like two little pool noodles and they're like punching the two little pool noodles?
Why? Well, what is the point of that?
It's supposed to be, I guess, like a hand-eye coordination, and they're like, I don't know, they're harder to hit because they're smaller than a pad, I guess. But you can move them around in a lot of different ways, I guess. I don't know. It's just what I'm sure happens a lot with these kind of things is, and this is all drumming related, that somebody somewhere does a study, and whenever you say that like they did a study, especially if it has like a PhD in it somewhere,
oh yeah,
it just means that it's true. And so everybody that's doing like you're trying to get ahead in your industry. So you're like, I follow the cutting edge sports science for high level athletes. And somebody had something that was like punching pool noodles increases your hand-eye coordination. And then so somebody starts doing it, and then somebody else sees it, and then I'm sure it's not bad. I'm not saying it does anything bad. I just mean that like there's no guarantee whatsoever that it does anything positive. It might just be one of those things that like, just has been spread around, and like, does it translate at all into your, like, when you fight or do whatever it is you're doing? Maybe not, but you just go like, it feels like it does.
Yeah.
I have no idea is my point.
They don't want to risk it not doing it and then possibly
my opponent's doing it.
Yeah.
So I got to keep up, but
well, speaking of opponents, how was your drum week?
So when I started this one fine, I started working on them, and it was on the first day I was like, this guy's no big deal, and it isn't any big deal. Then as we discussed, I had a spotty few days, so I only picked him back up yesterday, I think.
Yeah,
it really wasn't that bad. And I asked you a question to see what your strategy was when learning not just a drum beat like this, but any drum beat it could apply to. But with this, I'm not saying that it is cheating. I'm just saying it feels like cheating when I do it. To learn to play them just like by how do you say it? I'm not playing them as independent melodies. I'm learning them as basically like hand patterns.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Whereas when I'm learning to play it, I don't like the okay, so the bell, what I use as the bell on this one is like ching, 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 like that. But when I'm learning to play it, I don't go like, okay, this hand goes, and then I play it with that hand, and I go like, and this hand goes, and I play it with that one. I learn them as like a together pattern, and then after I've done it like that, I get used to it, and then after I get used to it, I can hear and feel the two patterns independently, but I don't learn them independently first.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't usually do that unless the whole sounds wonky, like when they're all
Yeah.
together. But because I understand what you're saying, it feels like it's cheating, but
I mean, it's all good. It's all like if you get it in the end and you're working with it, it's all fine. I just mean that when I start doing it, what I think would happen is as I get like more hand independence, because I have very little in that way, that like it'll be easier to hear them separately and play them as separate things.
mhm.
But I'm still like in daycare when it comes to like my rhythm is fine, my technique is not fine.
Yeah.
My like rhythmically, I can do what I need to do. It's not too bad, but the problem is the physical um, hand independence. It would be like if all of a sudden I start playing, clarinet or something like that. I still all my musical knowledge is still in there. So I have good musical knowledge, but I have no like physicality to like
No mouth knowledge.
Yeah, my mouth knowledge would be extremely weak. But it doesn't
Mouth
like I
and
know what I'm doing and I'm playing like shit, but I would go like I know what I'm supposed to be doing. So if somebody was like, "Oh, that's supposed to be an F sharp," I would go like, I know what's going on. I just like my hands aren't doing their coordinations together.
yeah,
So I wouldn't be surprised if as I do it, it becomes easier to hear the two parts as separate. But right now, because there's no like both hands just want to go like I just want to do what that guy's doing.
yeah,
Or and I will say it's not as much that I guess as it goes like one hand, so like they both have their jobs that they're supposed to be doing, but then it's not that they necessarily always want to do the same thing. It's that like one guy wants to change into something he's not supposed to change into that is
yeah.
more comfortable, but it's not that he necessarily copies the other beat. It's that
Mhm.
he just goes like it would be way easier if I went like bing right here instead of right there, so I'm just going
Mhm.
to start doing that if you don't like
That
keep control of me.
well, I hate to tell you this, but that never changes. As long as you keep
uh,
on learning new things, it's always going to be like that.
that's true, but I guarantee that
It'll
when
be
you
easier down the road.
that's what I say.
Yes.
When you if we could like transfer brains both directions, you would go like, oh, guitar like makes so much more sense and is more comfortable. And I see like, oh, I see all these like vistas that are opening up, and it'd be the same thing if I looked at this beat. Like when both of us look at this beat, we see it very differently.
Mhm.
Or like well, probably we see it very differently, but also like I guarantee that we feel it very differently when we both start playing it.
Yeah.
And like whether or not we get to the same spot where I go like, oh look, I played that like the same one with, but
Nora,
I'm
please.
obviously on Dunans,
I'm Nora.
but
Nora, I'm recording right now. I talk to your mom about it. Nora,
I'm on air.
please go. Nora Esri,
I'm trying to go.
please go. Ugh, jeez Louise. Kids. Sorry about that.
But I'll continue. But we might both end up at the same spot in the beat, like if at the end of a week, if we're not playing the same one, but if we play the same one at the end of a week, we'd both be able to like, okay, look, bing ba ding bing bing, and we could play it. But just like your first interactions with it, I guarantee internally feel very different than mine.
Yeah.
But so that's all I mean is that at some point it'll feel more like, because my problem is with a lot of these things, I don't have the hand independence, but also I don't have a repository where like if all of a sudden we were playing various drums or whatever, and I was like, oh, try out a bunch of different like bell patterns, there would be a ton of little things that you've done on ride cymbals or various other, hi-hats or, anything like that, rudiments and all kinds of things that you could just like cha-ching, ching, 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 like you could go like, okay, try another one. And you go like, maybe like, whereas like I've barely got any, like successful campaigns yet, But
Well,
anyway, that my experience with it is that it isn't a bad one, but I got lazy in the middle of the week, but I did get it. It's not that bad either. It's not like one where you go like, oh, this is like so tasty, but it's fine. I like it. I'll probably play it this weekend. Probably play both of them or try to.
Yeah, maybe we can bring in both of ours and see what it sounds like together. I don't know if they will go together, but we'll see. Especially like, I don't know, like if you
can both play it without fucking up, anything will go together.
Yeah,
it might not be the best, but like it'll lock in at some point if you can both like just do it correctly, consistently.
Okay, well, let's take a listen real quick and see what did you
The first part is me walking to the microphone, so it takes a second to start.
Do you have this live? Like, do you have this?
What do you mean?
I mean, do you see the player?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm watching you.
I've been, I listened to the last stream for a little bit, and man, do I say I'm just throwing out uhs everywhere.
Yeah, I had to do a thing once where you gave a speech to a group of people, and all the different people had to. They were assigned different words like that.
You're trying not to say
Well, that's how you do it. I mean, you can't. You have to either. Your brain needs a second to like coordinate.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of brain independence. Still working on it, And but anyway, each group of people would count a different. One would count likes. One would count uhs. One would count ums. One would count whatever the things were. And at the end, you had to give whatever it was, 20-minute speech. And then they would tell you in 20 minutes, you said 42 times.
Jeez.
And then you're supposed to then go, okay, now I know what I need to work on.
I'm going to need one of those. But I'm going to try not to say uhs or likes or the other one. What's the other one? Don't even tell me because...
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Yeah. All right, let's take a listen to this.
Presentation time.
Okay. You're right. There's some build up.
I fucked it up. It's like clipping.
I don't hear it. I don't hear the clipping.
Oh, really? Sounds weird to me. The tempo, drag the song, but like I said, it's a part of that's because it's being played not as two independent parts, but that's it. It's good enough.
Yeah, it sounded good. It almost sounded like because it is like a rock beat, but
it basically is, yeah.
But it I think the sound of the Doonoons, they kind of change that. Like it doesn't sound very like rocky. Like but yeah, it sounds good. You did it exactly how it's portrayed.
No, what's my what did I get for a grade?
Let me hear it one more time.
The drum professor. Okay, but remember the very first one, I fuck it up and then I stop and start again. So don't count that first one. That's not part of the test.
Okay. Let me listen to it real quick again. I want to make sure you got the second okay, so boom. You did. Okay, you did it right. Yeah. Yep. I'm proud of you. Good job.
What I get, teach? What's my grade? I got to take my report card to the arcade and get some bonus tokens.
Well, ignoring the the clipping and ignoring the screw
So
up at the
my
beginning.
professionalism isn't my highest part of my grade, I guess.
No, but you definitely, disregarding all those other things, you definitely get an A. If you would have fixed the clipping, fixed the mess up, didn't record the mess up, and you didn't have that arrogant walk-in, I show up to the party whenever I show up to the party, lead-in that you did.
Well,
you would have gotten
That's
an
the
A+.
only time I could show up to the party is the time I show up to the party. What else can I do?
Well, I meant because of the little.
I wasted everybody's time.
The 3 seconds.
Yeah. I sang a song when I was walking.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. It kind of sounded like someone in the bathroom background. Cool. That definitely deserves an A+. So what's the
tokens?
Okay, I guess we'll discuss the next one.
Do you want me to? I can send you the picture of the third one real quick if you want to.
Yeah, well,
I don't have to.
Go ahead and send it to me, but we'll discuss it later because I'm gonna do mine next.
I haven't heard it since you originally played them when we rolled the dice and everything, so I don't know how it goes.
Okay, so I need to share with you this.
Okay, I put it in the general chat.
Oh, so that's your next one? Ooh, that looks like a toughie.
Yeah, it does. It looks more active than the last one, which was just like.
Now don't let that. We'll talk about it later. Okay, so do you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. You see the beat, right?
Yep, 100 beats per minute.
Okay. So listening to you last week, you were like, "Oh, I can't really tell because I need to hear the beat, beforehand, and then I need to hear you afterwards, and then I need to hear the beat again, and then I need to hear you to decide whether you did it or not." Right?
I take my professorship very seriously.
Well, I edited a video just so they have them both back and forth. Now, the difference. So you're going to hear the program play the beat. Now, the difference between me and the program is that the program is a robot. And maybe you can with this program. I don't know if you can add swing to this, but
I bet you can, but yeah.
This, I added more, mine is more swingy, but it's the exact same thing.
Okay.
So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and play it. It's going to go through it twice, okay?
Okay.
You hear it?
Yeah.
It's a pretty slick beat.
Yeah.
You're about to see something badass.
Trying to show me up.
Now listen to it again. It's the last time.
You got a little clipping too.
Really?
Yeah, on the snare. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's a little overloaded.
Really? I guess I need to turn down the mics. I did not know that. Wow.
Just my opinion.
Okay. Well, okay. So since I minus the clipping on yours.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we're even.
So what is?
Oh, I can't see your camera. Do you touch your microphone a lot?
No.
No, really. I'm almost always got to have a hand on it.
I used to, but I need to have my hand on the volume knob.
Okay.
and mouse, so I can't. I don't. I can't be lazy like you,
Well, I
unfortunately.
mean, I'm active. I'm all over it. I just it
You're
feels nice
rubbing
and
it really
smooth.
hard.
Um, but uh, yeah, that one I like like there's the middle part of the beat where it plays. I mean, I saw the beat, but I wasn't like analyzing it. But it plays. It's like got a little bit of an offbeat kind of feel in the middle.
Yeah, off from the hi hat. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
playing off, like it's playing right before the and. So I guess that would one. It's on the E. So
yeah. That's the part of it that sounds the best. That like ching ching.
my
That
favorite
was
part was the ostinato, especially when you put it on the hi hat. That's why I added that in there. That was a late addition. I wasn't even going to do
okay.
that.
Hold on. Put it. Go back to the one where you do both. I want to hear the hi hat one again.
Oh no! Hold on. Okay, can you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we'll just let it play out real quick.
We're charging up right now. Yeah, I do like the hi hat.
It really sounds like I'm about to go to Bel Air as the Fresh Prince.
Yeah, and I will say also.
Hold on. Before you say it, hold on. Born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, cooling off, shooting all b-balls.
Mine, it's
Shooting all b-balls.
desynced. I hope on the real recording it's desynced.
So it's kind of like the John situation.
Yes, the only difference is that you didn't go like with like an emotional like denouement at the climax of the song.
Okay, so I hope it's in sync on the recording.
No way.
Shooting all b-balls outside the school. I don't know. I don't even know how that Fresh Prince rhyme.
When a couple of guys who tasted so good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that. I kind of want to use that, at least that hi hat part, for something, but I don't know
Well,
what
that's what I was about to say.
It might make something too funky fresh.
Well, maybe so, but I will say I do think at the very least, you don't normally play the hi hat that way.
No, I don't. Not at all.
That's what I mean. So I think that even if that exact thing doesn't come in, it seems like it's a good
Primer.
inspiration point to go like maybe there's something else I could do. Again, maybe that one might work. I can't say it will or won't. Just try it, and if it sounds stupid, then just we'll do something else.
Well,
But it does seem like there's a proof of concept where
this beat Exotiques is all about the funky fresh, or at least not the funky fresh, but the hi hat thing that you're talking about. So
oh yeah. Okay,
it's all about the ostinatos are all weird, and it only gets weirder.
Good.
Okay, cool.
Does it go? Does it? I looked flip through it, but I don't remember. Does it go? Is it more that it's just like mixed all the way through, or is it that like when you get to the back?
I don't. It's like harder. You're thinking.
It seems like my recollection is it's mixed.
It's separated by country. So the ostinatos are like the country oriented, like the African ostinatos combined with American backbeats. The Brazil ostinatos combined with the American backbeat, basically.
Gotcha.
So
it's all about that American backbeat.
Well, it's not all combined. There are also some other. It looks like it has like some samba.
There are other backbeats.
Yeah, there are other backbeats. I hope so. But at first I was very disappointed with this book, but like after like doing it the way that we're doing it, it's pretty fun, and it's not like as boring as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I've never used a drum book really, so I don't really know. I don't know what they're like. I know they're not normally like that, but I guess the ones that I've seen have been either.
Well, there's a lot that are actually like the process of like constructing beats like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't typically like those.
And they read the end first, and then they start over after they know everything that happened. Does that appeal to you at all?
Say it again.
There's a lot of people that it seems like the answer, if you asked me before I read about it, I would have said nobody would have felt this way. But
Okay.
there's a ton of people that when they're reading a book, the first thing they do, last chapter, go to the very end.
No, definitely not.
That doesn't appeal to you. Yeah,
No,
it
not at
seems
all.
insane to me. But that's what it's like from now on. When you get one of those drum books, just go like, okay, look, I typically get about 1 week out of it. So go straight to the back, and just
No.
at least if you're gonna get 1 week, get like the coolest week.
Mm.
There is a bunch of stuff. I have a few books like that are, you can take a look at them. They may be of some use to you, or they may not. They're really more. Well, this could be useful for you too in this sense. They're really more, I think, for sight reading.
Mm-hmm.
But one of them is, of course, maybe not every, because the number probably gets way too large. But it's basically like every iteration of. It starts where it's quarter notes, then it's quarter notes with one of them is an eighth, then quarter notes where two of them is an eighth, and
Yeah.
it's every like iteration of every possible rhythm, and then you're just supposed to go through it and tap them out. And then if you were to go through the whole book, you've essentially seen and played every basic iteration of like that, like a 1 bar space, or I don't know how many bars it is. I haven't like looked through the whole thing. But it reminds me of what you're saying, but those are definitely not like the most fun
Yeah.
to go through. And some of them I'm sure are just not worth the time. Not every one like that is really good. But I've met.
Go ahead. Okay. The ones I just like the ones that kind of like detail like this is what you're supposed to do next. This is what you do next. So it feels like there's a beginning and end. These where you have to like be, I guess, quote unquote creative and create your own beats and stuff like that really technically don't have a beginning and end get kind of like boring to me.
I think that some books might have to be that way. I mean, I can't give you a great example of that, just right off the top of my head. Some books I'm sure are like that, where there's just no other way to do it that makes any sense. I'm sure that's true, but with most books, there have been so many music books that feel like such a ripoff. Not such a ripoff, because there's technically some good information in it, but there have been some that that were talked about as being like, oh, if you want to learn about this, get this book. It's so good.
I bought
And I've
so many
gotten
of
it.
those drum books.
Yeah, but it's so, and maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not. There's like I'm missing something looking at them where like I'm not seeing the bigger picture. I don't know what it is, but there's been several books like that felt like, because like the author will be a famous guy or somebody and I go like, I feel like you tricked me.
Yeah.
I feel like you misled me on this
Well,
one. I thought I could trust you.
Author.
You're really...
You have to blame the guys that were recommending that author.
Yeah, but like the guy, like you go like, but you're a really well-known and good drummer. Like, wouldn't you like you need to do? You should turn in a better book. And I'm sure, but again, like I said, some things I'm sure that like Dave Weckl and Terry Bozio would go like, this is how it's got to be done. Who's the best drummer in the world, you or me?
You or Terry
most
Bozio.
people would say you. And he'd go like, well, then you trust me. This is how it's got to be done. And I would go like, okay, maybe it's me. Maybe
you want to be the next Stevie Barfifius? Then you got to get his book.
Yeah, I would like to be the next one. I saw. This is technically drum related, although not related to any of this. Although we can roll after this.
Did you get my live screen, by the way?
Yeah, okay. I'm looking at it.
Cool.
I saw. It's been so long since I've seen a Wild Wackerman, and I just was watching some video of some other person playing. Had no idea he was in it, and the drummer was playing. And there's like a way that Chad Wackerman plays.
Mm-hmm.
He plays like really casually.
Yeah. Especially on the Frank Zappa live videos that you see.
And he's like, he never crosses. Like he always looks like he's playing like this. I'm sure a drum name for that. Open, yeah, he's always playing like that, and not
Open-handed, I
literally, but that's
guess.
just whenever I think of him. That's how I always see him, as like a really casual.
His drum beats
You
aren't
know,
casual. He looks casual. He looks like he's
yeah, but that,
wearing khakis, but they're probably cargo pants.
yeah, but that's what I mean. I got no problem with him. He's not my favorite Frank Zappa drummer. Um, I like the songs that he plays on and stuff like that. It's not my favorite era, but anyway, I hadn't seen him in forever. I probably haven't seen him since like watching old Frank Zappa live shit. And he was just playing with somebody, and I saw the guy playing, and I was like, oh man, he's got a real Wackerman style, but I haven't seen like a Wackerman out in the wild, and since probably Frank Zappa. But then I saw him
Are
the
there
other day.
multiple Wackermans?
Do what? No, no, it's him. It's the Chad Wackerman.
Did he look the same? It seemed like.
I mean, it was pretty recent. It was like maybe like 2015
Oh, okay.
at the earliest. So he was like a little thicker. He was pretty skinny in the Frank Zappa days. He's a little bit thicker here.
Remember him wearing aviators and the whole 9 yards.
Oh, really? I don't
But
remember
not like
the
the cool not like the cool Billy Cobham, yellow aviators.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like the
yeah, yeah.
like the nerdy, dad aviators.
Oh, with no colored lenses, just clear lenses.
Yeah, just clear lenses. No bifocals, I believe, though. So
If you had a son, would you get him a pair? If he wore glasses, would you get him a pair of aviators, or just for tradition?
I wouldn't fuck him over like that. No way. Oh man, those are cool. Yeah, no man.
Oh boy, that's him.
My dad fucked me over on that one. I don't know why he gave me a freaking aviators.
Did
In
you
the
get to pick your
90s.
own clothes, or did he dress you also? I
Um,
mean, as in like buying them, not like literally putting them on you. Like when you went to the store, did you go like that one, and this one, or did you just
yes,
go
but
like,
there
I
would
brought
be
home some new shirts?
no. We would go to the store and I would pick it out.
Okay.
My dad would always be around me when I'm picking my clothes, and Eric, my brother,
Mhm.
would go out by himself because he was the good boy. So
Yeah.
my dad knew he was going to make smart choices, but
Yeah.
he didn't
And he
think I
did.
was going to make. Yeah, he did. I never made smart choices apparently. Anyways,
never brought
that's
back any
family business. Let's
Private family business.
private family business.
I don't want to
about
say
me.
any more about my private family business.
We shopped at Macy's, by the way. So,
Okay, that's the last piece, like little
Yeah,
tidbit that you'll
yeah.
drop before. That's it.
Macy's and Bugle Boy.
Oh, and then you later worked there.
Yeah, well, not at the front end, but in the back end. Yes, I worked
Back
in the
in.
back. Okay, so you got your dice.
Yep, I'm ready to roll.
Let's roll. Let's design some drum beats.
Okay, so just roll them straight right now.
Yeah. No, roll them one at a time.
That's what I mean, but just go ahead and roll them.
Roll one. Yes.
3
Okay, that looks like.
and 7.
Okay, let me copy this.
37.
Now, I didn't. I originally I was gonna just wanted to go to the page that we did before last week.
Oh, these are all totally fresh.
Fresh ostinatos, yes. These ostinatos still in the warm up section are
Maybe that's what you should call your Italian restaurant.
ostinatos.
Yeah,
Ostinato warm ups.
that's not good.
These are rudimental and common beat ostinatos. The only rudimental thing I see is there is one paradiddle style ostinato. So I guess he's correct. There is a rudiment in there somewhere. But most of these are just regular, quote unquote, common beats that I've.
So this will be.
So it's
Is it
7.
supposed to maybe sound more like marchy? Yeah, 7. Is that like not like super marchy, but like that's when I think of rudiments, I think more of like a marching band.
When I heard the only rudimental ostinato, it didn't sound marchy.
Okay.
So it
Let's see
sounded
how
deep. I
fucking
don't
fresh.
like it's a paradiddle, and I don't really like using paradiddles because everybody uses freaking paradiddles. Yeah, that beat looks interesting. A lot of these beats don't start on the 1. I think everyone. Well, there's one. There's a couple that start on the 1, but a lot of them don't start on the 1, which I like.
Yeah, I like that too.
Okay, so we got 3 and 7. So got that one.
About 6 and 12.
Ooh, we got some hot hotties. That's a paradiddle one, the 12.
Okay.
So 6. All right, got 6 down there. Let's go all the way over here. Man, the paradiddle one even has an accent.
Oh, I think that's our first accent.
Yeah. Let's see, 12. Delete the 12. All right. That looks like an interesting one. Let's do the next one.
9. 9 and 5.
Okay, copy. 9 and 5. Let's do. Man, I'm totally excited. I cannot wait to see what the new beat is going to be. The last one was a hit. I loved it. It was 9 and what?
5. 9 to 5.
Okay.
What a way to make a living. One of these days, oh man, we should do like we'll do a few of them, and then we'll do a midterm.
Ooh, what the hell did I just do?
Oh yeah, weird. I don't know. Kind of want to hear that one.
Hold on, it was 9 and 5.
No, we'll do some kind of like midterm or like bonus project where, like, for this, we could take our last 2 that we did and play them back to back, or like you get 4 done, then you've got to play, like, how you have them copied and pasted down here where it's just 4 bars straight.
Yeah.
Do it like that.
Damn.
Back to back to back to back. Every bar change the beat. Every bar change the beat.
I have a feeling it'll sound like shit, but technically it'd probably be awesome. And
I guess if you just press play, it'll play through all 4, right?
Yes, but we can do that once I delete these 2 groups.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. It'll play those 2. Okay.
And once we listen to all 4 of them, one by one. All right, last
one. One more. Okay. 5 and 2.
5 and 2. Good old
52.
5. Good old 5.
Remember me.
Okay, delete you and 2. So we're getting into like the fancy stuff, and all of this, it doesn't matter what number they are. The higher the number does not mean the more complex, at least with the ostinatos. With the backbeats, that is exactly what's going on.
Yeah, that does look like it.
But the ostinatos are all pretty much the same. They're all difficult.
They do look basically the same. They look like they just did permutations of the same, like the same little shapes, just permutated them.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn, that 4 is looking like a mess. All of them kind of look like a mess.
They all are. But I'm the only one that I would feel confident in playing is number 2 with the paradiddle. Okay, I'm gonna throw these in the trash. Delete. Okie doke. You ready to take a listen?
All right, so we're gonna do them one at a time.
One at a time, and then we'll do the whole shebang.
All the way through. All right.
Yeah. So play a loop. I like the space in the middle.
Okay. It's hard to say much about it since I haven't heard any other ones yet.
Yeah, I do like the space in the middle, though. It sounded cool. It sounded like...
I got no problem with that one. I could see that one getting beaten by another beat, but that would be a totally acceptable one to me. See, that's way cooler to me.
Really? Because of the accent? You hear it at the beginning?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that it's it's going to be the best one, but that one has more flair.
Yeah. I do like that one better than the first one.
Got a little attitude.
Maybe the accent is what is it? It's too persuasive. What's the term for that?
Like overbearing or
No, like it's like if we did, I'm wondering if you would like the beat
oh
as much without
you
the
take
accent.
the accent out and you go like, oh, who cares about you?
Yeah, because none of these other ones have accents in them.
Yeah, that's true. It could be where the attitude's coming from. Okay, let's see. Let's
So
see three.
out of 1 and 2, we prefer 2.
So far, but one's totally fine. Who's gonna win the talent show?
I like this one because
Yeah, I like that one too. I
it
like how
sounds very funky fresh.
yeah, and it goes um, it goes like over the bar like that, where that last bass drum like part becomes part of the like boom boom for the one after that.
So
nice loop around.
if you had to choose between that and
Play
2,
play one real quick to be fair. Play one real quick to be fair. I
play
want to
number
know if I
1.
can count it out. Yeah. Okay, that one's still okay.
But we know we like number 2 over 1.
Yes, yeah. So far,
So
I think two beats one.
So the contest is right now is between 2 and 3. If you had to pick one, which
Yeah,
one?
right now 2 and 3. I think 3 is like a little more sly than 1, but I like 1.
You mean 2?
No, I just mean between like right now 2 is still my favorite. So for
Okay.
second place, yeah, I think 3 is still my second place, but
Let's check out 4. See what that sounds like. Uh-oh.
yeah.
I really like that ostinato. But that backbeat is so simple.
Okay, play 2 again real quick.
How about this? Let's see something. I am going to delete. How about this? We'll hear it with the accent, and then we'll hear it without.
Do it first, yeah, with. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like one of the everybody else is the talent shows that come up and they're singing, like Jesus is just all right with me, and then all of a sudden you get like here comes like the rock and roll band. It's like.
So you're saying number 2 is the rock and roll band with the
yeah they got that attitude. It's got that attitude, streetwise attitude. Okay, take out its accents and let's see if it still's
got that
yeah, take off its leather jacket.
See if you still look good.
See how cool you are now.
I would say it's still there, but it's not as pronounced.
The accents definitely help.
I feel like the accent is actually probably putting in all of the work.
a lot of the work for sure. But look, that's how the dice rolled it.
So we'll put those accents back in there. Okay, so in my view, it's a. Let me hear 3 again. I'm going to hear 3 again.
Okay.
That's gonna sound so sweet on the with an open hi-hat.
I was gonna say that one's got like a it's not flashy at all, but it's slick. It's a little bit slick.
Oops, I'm doing all of them. Don't want to do that yet.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna hear number 4 one more time.
Yeah.
I feel like number 4 would be like the bridge to number 3. Like you would be playing number 3 for like a very long time, and then like number 4 would be the bridge that would kind of break it up, a little bit.
Yeah, the only like it really is unfortunately the
backbeat.
Yeah, that's really the worst part is where you go like, oh man, it's
Okay, well, in my opinion, it's between 2 and 3. Now.
So it's do you want the like the bad boy or do you want the
They're both bad boys to me.
Well, but which type? One of them's like like Vinny Bomberino. You know, he's like the street tough.
One is meat and potatoes, and one is just style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what do you want to eat?
I will be honest with you. I think I'm more excited. I like 2 and 3, but I feel like I'm going to be challenged more with 3.
I think so too. I think so too. Like I said, 3 is slicker.
I feel like we should keep 2 just in case, though. Just so we'll keep them on the back burner.
Oh, actually, let me do the same thing. At some point, make it so I could take a screenshot of all of them.
That might be a little. Let's see if I'm. God, this.
There's some way you did it last time, but also worst case scenario, you can just. I mean, technically, that's fine. I could use it like that.
There we go. That gets it all. I mean.
Okay.
Do you need bifocals yet?
Well, technically, I don't know. No one's ever told me that I do, but
well, I don't. You don't know. You would know, like, if you need them or not. You don't need a doctor to tell you. And the answer is yes. I do need bifocals.
Is it? Oh man, you should get aviator bifocals.
Yeah, just one big bifocal.
But is it? Do you notice it because you're having trouble reading down?
Like, no, I'm having trouble like reading like small print, and I have to like remove my glasses to read it. So that's like a clear sign of like, okay, you need bifocals.
Well, okay, I will say this. I have. Let me see. What is this? Week 3.
Yeah. Did you take a screenshot?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
There are times it's definitely coming, because there are times where like I have to do like a little like shake my head and rub my eye for a second and go like squint, and then I go like, okay, there it is.
No, that's not bifocal territory. That's just
no. I said it's coming. That's what I'm saying. That's
okay.
how it starts. It didn't used to be that way. I used to just go like, oh, there it is. Okay, read it.
Okay, so we're deciding number 3, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's just hear them all at once.
Oh yeah.
No, not at once, but like as a group. See what happens. Oh man, Benny.
Yeah. Benny Bomberino.
You know, it kind of when you get that many changes, it's kind of hard to discern like the trees from the trees from the forest.
If I had to grade you, like without being able to like, you know, and you just were like, okay, here we go, it would be. I would need like audio bifocals, like you would.
Yeah. It gets a little bit too much. I can kind of
hear it.
Okay, well, I guess let me. So we're gonna go for number 3. That's what I'm gonna do for this week. And what are you going to do?
I'm doing my own number 3, which I believe I put in the Discord.
I'm gonna bring this over here. So
let me look at my 3.
Well, I can't really show it to you, but I'll at least show the general audience what it is. Or can you see it yourself?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, so don't get the 3 on there confused. That doesn't mean that's a triplet. That's just a number.
Triplets. Actually, we haven't seen any triplets on these yet, have we?
No. I don't know if they have them in here or not. If he labels them. I just flipping through it. I don't see any.
Interesting.
Which is weird.
It seems like they would slip in somewhere.
Well, most of these beats, I'm probably gonna swing anyways, which I think you should do too, because that's most of the stuff that we play together is going to have some sort of swing to it. Rarely do we ever, or at least when I play with you, rarely do I ever stick strict, like, you know, without swing.
Strict vampire.
Yeah, is that what we call it? Forgot.
I think that was like when you're on the one or something like that. I don't remember what it was. There's no flexibility. The one I'm doing. There's a lot of times, you know, you see something, you go like, that doesn't look that bad, and there's like one little twist and turn that makes it tough, or the whole thing could be tough. But that one looks pretty easy, just because like it looks very there's all the other ones that I've had to do were like offset, where it was like boom ching boom ching 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 boom
Where it
ching.
started on the and or on
Yeah,
the
but it's uneven, where it's like a group of two, group of two, group of
yeah.
three, or whatever. But this one is all, it's the same pattern two times, and the bell the whole time is the same. And technically, like and also there's a lot. It lines up a lot, so there's less like dealing with little offbeats and stuff. It's much easier when you just like you play like Unga Bunga, where it's just like like
Yeah.
you come right in. There's two whatever those are 16th notes, and then instantly 2/16ths on the drum. But it's not like you're going back and forth and you have to stop one but keep playing the other. But then they go like, I both want to go.
What
So
we
this one
should
shouldn't be too bad.
You know what we should do with you is for those hi-hat clicks that
Mhm.
you can't play right now, you should get your bass pedal and I should give you that cowbell. And
Oh yeah, do cowbell foot pedal.
yeah.
I probably should. I never am planning on being a great drummer, but I would like to be able to play some drums, like drum set drums.
You would be playing
Uh,
like John Stamos.
oh yeah, and fuck, what's that song called? I want to get your grits. What does he say? What's that song called? With the Beach Boys.
The only one I know is when that he sung with on Full House, and it was like
Oh, you're
always,
talking about. Oh
always
yeah,
forever or something like that, or I don't know.
in the video for what's that Beach Boys song? Their 80s hit. Oh, Kokomo.
Oh yeah, I almost said Aruba, Jamaica.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. There's a part where I was riding the daycare bus, like from the school to the daycare, and that song came on, and everybody really liked it. Every little kid was into it. And there's one part where he goes like,
"Come on now,
"You'll do what?"
I'm still into it. I like Aruba, Jamaica.
It is a good song, but I just mean that like it was like a fresh
Yeah, fresh
hit
hot
of the
hit.
day, and there's like a part where he goes like, I want your grits. I want to get your grits. I don't know what he really says, but that's what it sounds like he says.
Yeah. I know which part you're talking about, but he's
But
not
when
really
he's,
saying that, right?
I don't think so, but I haven't listened to it lately. But whatever kid I was sitting next to was like, grits is a word for vagina.
Gross.
And I
Oh
was like,
God.
oh, it is? Oh man, yeah, of course. I'm sure I was like, of course it is.
Grits would be the last thing I would use to describe a vagina.
Well, this is the
Well,
80s, so tastes were different back then.
Maybe.
Want some of
there
them
might be
cheesy
some
grits,
outliers.
put a little pepper on top.
It's so gross. Okay, cool. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. That looks like that's going to be as far as especially the backbeat's going to be easy for you.
Yeah.
But I think the ostinato is going to be.
Looks like I get a week off.
Yeah, we'll see. See, like you said, and like I experienced too, is that when you first start playing it, you get like 95% there, and it's that
Yeah,
5%
there's some little twist or turn, but I will say this: if it really is just really easy, I'll just go ahead and I'll still record it and do it. But if it's really easy to do and it just takes a day or two or something, I'll move on to 4, my 4.
Okay.
Because this is still only level 1 that I'm on. This is all week 1. Like the ones out of the ones that you're doing, I think I could still have them done in a week, but any one of those would be much harder than any one of my level 1 through 4s.
Yeah, that's a beat. That actually, I would like to play that one too. I might have to take a look at that one.
Your 4 or my 4?
The 3 that your number 3 that you're
Oh,
doing
my
this
number
week.
3. Yeah. Well, I'll work it up for you. You can take a listen to it next week and see if it's something you want to mess with.
Cool. All right. Well, let's play some Diablo.
Video games.
All right. It was a pleasure talking to you about drums. This was a long one. It was almost an hour.
This was a long episode. All right. Well, we'll say I love you at the same time. You ready? 1, 2, 3. I love you.
you.
I think we were off. Okay.
Yeah.
But I still love you.